quantity of 6x plus 3 raised to 2 minus 1, d all over dx, and the quantity of 6x plus 3, So, dito sa second rule, ibababa muna natin yung exponent, which is 2, and magiging constant siya. Dito, lalagyan natin siya ng imaginary 1, tapos maglalagay tayo ng dx. Tapos, itatabi na natin yung given natin na quantity of 6x plus 3. Okay? So, for our next step, we have y prime is equals to 2, the quantity of 6x plus 3 multiplied by 6. So, here, ibababa ulit natin yung constant natin na 2, and then, dito sa 6, may imaginary 1 siya. Tapos, dito sa 3, yung plus 3, natanggalin na natin siya, is equivalent to 0 na siya. So, 6x times 1 is equals to 6. Okay, so our fourth step, magiging y prime is equals to 12, the quantity of 6x plus 3. So, dito, magiging 12 siya because kung multiply natin yung 2, pati yung 6, kaya magiging 12 constant. Tapos, sa pinaka-final answer, kung multiply lang natin yung 12 sa 6x, so magiging 72x, and bababa natin yung plus. Tapos, next step, 12 times 3, so magiging 36. So, yung final answer natin is y prime is equals to 72x plus 36. Our second example, we have higher order derivative. So, y is equals to 3x raised to 6 minus x raised to 4 plus 6x cubed plus 5x plus 4. So, meron tayong condition dito. Find y prime 2y raised to 4. So, second step, y prime is equals to 18x raised to 5 minus 4x cubed plus 18x squared plus 5. Dito, magiging 18 siya because yung exponent, times siya sa constant. So, 6 times 3 is equals to 18, and bawat step, bawat constant, nababawasan yung exponent niya ng isa. So, yung 6 ng exponent, magiging 5. Same lang here. So, 4 times 1 yung x. So, magiging 4. Mababawasan ulit yung 4 to 3. So on. For our third step, y squared is equals to 90x raised to 4 minus 12x squared plus 36x. For our third step, y squared is equals to 90x raised to 4 minus 12x squared plus 36x. So, ito, again, same step lang siya sa step number 2. So, yung exponent, ita-times ulit natin siya sa constant. So, yung 5 times 18 is equals to 90. Again, mababawasan yung exponent ng isa sa magiging 4. Then, 3 times 4 is equals to 12. Mababawasan ulit siya ng isa sa magiging 2. Tapos, 2 times 18 is 36. So, again, mababawasan ulit siya ng isa. So, 1 na yung value niya. Pero, hindi natin ilalagay. Tapos, according to sa step 1, pag wala nang katabing variable yung last number, hindi na siya kasama. Then, next step, fourth step, y cubed is equals to 360x cubed minus 24x plus 36. So, again, according to rule 1, pag wala na siyang katabing variable, hindi natin siya ilalagay. So, yung final answer natin, nahanap na natin lahat, y raised to 4 is equals to 1080x squared minus 24. Kaya babawasan natin siya ng exponent. So, 3 times 360 is equals to 1080. Babawasan ulit siya ng 1. So, magiging 2. Tapos, here, yung 24 na lang yung ibababa. Thank you!
Good morning everyone, my name is Rachunte and I'm here in front of you to teach you how to solve a integral. So first we have given integral of 6x cubed minus 13x squared minus 18x minus 7. So para ma-solve to, kailangan natin siya himay-himayin. Like this. integral of 6x cubed dx minus integral 13x cubed dx minus integral 18x dx minus integral 7 dx. So, tapos na yung second step. So, magpo-proceed tayo sa third step. Ang third step ay ilalabas na naman natin yung constant, which is magiging 6 integral of x cubed dx minus 13x minus 13 integral x squared dx like and so on. So, pagkatapos ng third step, fourth step naman, gagawin lang natin siyang fraction, which is 6x cubed plus 1 all over 3 plus 1 minus 13x squared plus 1 all over 2 plus 1 minus 18x raised to 1 plus 1 all over 1 plus 1 minus 7x plus c. Kung nagtataka kayo bakit may c dito, ang meaning nito ay constant. Kasi itong kasunod niya ay 7x. So, kailangan maging constant nung last. So, nasa fifth step na tayo. Ang gagawin lang naman dito is ipag-add natin yung exponent, which is 3 plus 1 is equal to 4, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So, ipag-add din naman natin itong denominator. Magiging katulad lang din siya ng exponent. Ayan lang siya. So, tapos na tayo sa fifth step. Ang gagawin naman natin dito is titignan natin kung pwede pa ba silang i-divide sa numerator nila. Ito, bawal na kasi 6 divided by 4 is wala na yun. Ito rin, 13 and 3. Itong 18 and 2, pwede natin siyang i-divide, which is magiging 9 siya. Magiging sagot dyan is ito na lang magiging final nating sagot. Hindi na natin siya kailangan i-divide. Ito na talaga yung sagot. That's it. And for our second example, we have integral 18x raised to 5 plus 12x cubed minus 9x squared plus 8. Ganun pa rin naman ang process. And integral 18x raised to 5 dx plus integral 12x cubed dx minus integral 9x squared dx plus integral 8 dx. So, yung third, ilalabas pa rin natin ang constant, which is magiging 18 integral x raised to 5 dx plus 12 integral x cubed dx and so on. And para sa third step natin, ilalabas lang natin yung constant, which is 18 integral x raised to 5 dx plus 12 integral x cubed dx minus 9 integral x squared dx plus 8 integral dx. And tapos ang tayo sa third step, and gagawin lang natin siya fraction. Like ganito. 18x raised to 5 plus 1 all over 5 plus 1 plus 12x cubed plus 1 all over 3 plus 1 minus 9x squared plus 1 all over 2 plus 1 plus 8x plus c, which is yung constant natin. Tapos na tayo sa fourth step. Ang gagawin naman natin is ipag-add natin yung exponent and denominator. So, ganito lang naman. So, ganito lang naman yung fifth step natin. Ganito lang kadali. And titignan na lang natin kung pwede pa siyang ilawis term. Itong 18, divisible siya by 6. And 12, divisible siya by 4. And 9, divisible by 3. So, lahat sila pwedeng maging lowest term. Ito, 18 divided by 6, magiging 3x raised to 6 plus 12 divided by 4, which is magiging 3x raised to 4. Ito naman, 9 divided by 3, magiging 3x cubed plus 8x plus c. Ito na lang magiging final natin sagot para sa example 2. And yun lang para sa integral. Thank you.